Welcome back. The Aces are going to be kicking it off to Edgerton to start the third quarter. If you are just joining us, we had kind of a rock'em sock'em first half, a long first half, and we finished tied at 14. It's all even as we start the second half of action. Travian Tunis kicks the ball. It's scooped up at the 29-yard line. Nolan Swank, number 8 for Edgerton, with a short return. He went down. The ball popped loose. I think he was already down, but I don't think it would have mattered because it was another Edgerton Bulldog there to scoop it up. The Hicksville player didn't see it. So put it at the 32-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs. We'll see what kind of adjustments have been made at halftime. The Aces were having a hard time stopping the Edgerton run right up the middle. Flegel, their quarterback. Nothing doing there. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Clayton Flegel is their junior quarterback. Doing a pretty good job tonight. Their two workhorse backs are number 21, Hunter Prince, and number 26, Cameron Jordan. Jordan went out of the game late in the second quarter. And in motion. And they hand it off. That was to number 12, Braden Cape. We'll call his name every once in a while. And Cape maybe a yard. Camaso knocked him down at about the 35-yard line. They'll give him 3 yards to make it 3rd and 7. And they'll head to the line. On a 3rd and long, Flegel dropping back to throw, puts the ball in the air. It's caught. That'll be good for a first down on the far sideline, out to about the 45, 46-yard line. So Flegel gets the yards when he needs them, and he moves the chains. First down as the Edgerton Bulldogs approach midfield. Flegel with the snap. Again, a handoff. And again, a short gain. I think that was Prince with the carry. Picks up about 3. Snap, dropping back to throw, puts the ball in the air. It is caught. And minimal gain. Logan Sack made the grab, but Sack not able to get much after he catches the ball. Maybe a yard to make it 3rd down and 8. Now 3rd and 7. Flegel, quick handoff. And off to the races. That's big number 26. Cameron Jordan back in the game. And Jordan, again, putting the shoulder down, powering forward, taking it straight up the gut against the Aces. And moving the chains. Gets it down to the Aces' 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Edgerton. Another handoff, another run up the middle. And that'll take it to the 39-yard line. Pickup of about 4. 2nd and 6. Flegel again handing it off. And Prince close to first down yardage. Prince gets helped up, takes it down to about the 33-yard line. That's going to be real close. They're going to say 3rd and a yard. And so far, 3rd and a yard, 4th and a yard, for the most part, has been no problem whatsoever for the Edgerton Bulldogs against the Aces tonight. Flegel hangs on to it himself. Flegel found a nice hole, cuts up field, and down inside the 20-yard line. Flegel, with the quarterback keeper, takes it down to about the 17-yard line, and another set of downs for the Bulldogs. So again, in this second half, the Aces are having a heck of a time stopping the Edgerton run. This time they hand off to Jordan, number 26. And Cameron, the big senior, gets about 2. Split backs on either side of Flegel. Looking to throw, ball in the air, through the hands of Sack and incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Bulldogs trying to change things up a little bit, see if they can catch the Aces napping. So 3rd and long once again. And again, a handoff to number 26. And again, first down yardage. 1st and goal. As Cameron Jordan moves the chains once again down to the 7-yard line. So the Bulldogs knocking on the door again. Flegel handing it off. Number 21. Prince down to about the 5-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress to the 4, where it'll be 2nd and goal. Hand off to Cameron Jordan into the end zone, touchdown. No stopping him. Or at least the Aces haven't been able to figure out a way to do it consistently tonight. Cameron Jordan goes 3.5 into the end zone to put the Edgerton Bulldogs back on top in this football game, 20-14. Get ready to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. And a flag after the play. And so far tonight, those flags that have been thrown after the play's blown dead has all been against Edgerton. And several Aces clapping as they make their way over to the sidelines. They put the point on the board, 21-14. They'll come over, and that's going to be against Edgerton. Another personal foul. That's 4 for the evening. And I think they're going to make him back up and kick it again. Nope, they're just going to use the penalty on the kickoff. So the Aces are going to use the opportunity to hopefully get themselves some good field position for this next offensive stand. Excuse me for a minute there. It's not just the coaches and the players and the officiating staff that need a little hydration every now and then on this warm and muggy night. So with the personal foul, the Bulldogs, I think, are going to have to kick from like their 25-yard line. Yep, 15 yards. that's been. So the errant kick only nets them 8 yards. The ball placed at the 33-yard line, where the Aces will have it 1st and 10. So Hicksville really does cash in and takes advantage, and not only with the penalty, but with the muffed kick. And so now we can see if they can capitalize. And Jake Greer handing it off to Comiso. Comiso cutting upfield inside the 20. So Comiso goes from the 33 down to about the 19-yard line. And that'll give the Aces another 1st down. Inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs 19. Aces down by 7. Quick hit and caught by Parker Thiel. Thiel only gets a couple, drops the ball at the end of the play, but I think he was already down. So Thiel makes the catch, but only gains a couple. So this time it's going to be Greer on the quarterback keeper, and Greer gets down to about the 11-yard line. So 3rd and about a yard and a half. Let's say 3rd and 1 from the 11. Greer gets the call from the sideline. They're going to take their time. Watch for the hard snap count. Drops back. Greer. And incomplete. And Braden Langham wanting the interference call. He's not going to get it. The defender was positioned really well right in front of him, just had to raise his arm and knock the ball away. So now they're going for it on the 4th and 1. And we're going to have a stoppage of play. Get everything all situated. So here we go, 4th and 1 for the Aces. Greer straight up the middle. He should move the chains, and that should give him a 1st and goal from about the 5-6 yard line. So Greer powers it up the middle and moves the chains. Finds a nice slant route and takes it down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Aces. 5:51 to go here in quarter number 3, and the Aces looking to tie it up. Greer directing a little traffic from the shotgun position. Jake going to try, and they got around behind him, so instead of having Hicksville players pushing him forward, he had Edgerton players pulling him back. So no gain on that play. 2nd and goal from the 5. Greer sets in the shotgun again. Pitch out to Comiso. Comiso looking to turn the corner, and he stays on his feet. But they get in just enough of him to hold him up, and he's going to lose about 3. Comiso went out and tried to turn the corner, and unfortunately, one of the Archbold defenders got just enough of his leg. Edgerton defenders, excuse me. Got just enough of his leg to allow the rest of the team to close in. So the Bulldogs bring him down and makes it 3rd and goal now for the Aces. Greer. And I think Greer was trying to get Parker Thiel cutting through the end zone, and Langham tried to catch it halfway. I don't know whether Langham was the intended receiver or not, but either way, the ball hits the turf. And again, it's 4th down, and the Aces find themselves facing a do-or-die 4th down and goal. Comiso in motion. Greer takes the snap, puts the ball in the air. Parker Thiel makes the grab in the end zone, touchdown. This time Parker Thiel was there. The ball went to him. He makes the grab and scores the TD from 8 yards out. So the Aces breathe a sigh of relief as they finally convert on 4th and goal and get into the end zone to make it a 1-point game. Victor Coate out to kick the extra point. Coate. It's good. They were coming after him, but Coate managed to kick it away quickly. And we're tied at 21. And the Aces will get ready to kick the ball back to the Edgerton Bulldogs. As we are to 4:16 left to go here in quarter number 3. It's week number 5 of the regular season. Bill Murphy, Amy Murphy here with you at Aces Field and Hicksville Community Television. Thanks to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, bringing you Aces football action. A hard-fought and close game here tonight. We were kind of expecting it. Fairly evenly matched teams. They have their strengths, they have their weaknesses, and like I said, the Bulldogs looking to keep their undefeated record and go 5-0 on the season. The Aces looking to go 3-2 but remain undefeated in the GMC. The ball's teed up, and we'll see whether it'll be Coate, Tunis, Travian Tunis on the kicking squad, and Travian looks like he's going to put his foot into it, and it's going to be blown dead. It's going to be an offside or a false start. It'll be delay a game, okay. Took a little too long to kick it away. So they'll back it up to the 35-yard line and re-kick. Again, Travian Tunis dropping back. And Tunis hit a knuckleballer, bounces over one of the Bulldogs, and it's picked up by the deep man. And he's still on his feet. Braden Cate, number 12, with the return out to the 45-yard line. And that's where Edgerton will start this offensive series. They'll put it at the 46 to be precise. 1st and 10, Edgerton Bulldogs. 4:11 left to go in our third quarter. Dropping back to throw, Flegel puts it in the air, and it's dropped by Prince. So incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. tied at 21. A game that well may go down to the wire. Flags fly on that exchange. There's a flag over on the far side in the backfield of the offense. Coach Smith is saying that's against Edgerton. They move the ball out to the Aces 49-yard line. So that'll be a sideline warning against Edgerton. So 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Flegel handing it off. Cameron Jordan into Aces territory. And one of the Aces slow to get up. The ball going to be down at about the 43-yard line. And I think that's number 6, Jonah Gipple. Yep, Gipple is coming off and laying him onto the field for him. Start the clock up once the injured player's off the field. 3:35 and the clock running. Flegel again handing it off to Prince. Prince down to about the 37-yard line. It's 2nd and about 6. 2nd and 5, excuse. Yeah. So they get 5 on the first down carry. Cameron Jordan again. And Cameron Jordan powering it down to about the 33-yard line. And that'll be good enough for another Bulldog first down. So right now the Bulldogs hammering it out. They're picking up 5-6 yards a carry and moving it right down the field. Clayton Flegel dropping back to pass. Gets the ball in the air. And they're going to get a flag on that one. And I think they might get Mason Van Atta for defensive pass interference. So they're going to have a consultation. Van Atta hit the receiver and prevented him from being able to catch the ball. Yep, it'll be defensive pass interference against the Aces. So that'll be a first down for. That'll take it down to about the 17-yard line. Now the 18. Ball placed on the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Under 3 minutes to go, 2:55 left in quarter number 3. Flegel snapping a quick handoff to Prince. Prince down near the 10-yard line. Prince picking up about 6 or 7 on the carry. They'll give him credit for 6 and make it 2nd and 4. They say his knee touched down at the 12-yard line. Flegel again handing off. This time, big number 12, Braden Cape. Cape tries to turn the corner, but not able to get into the end zone. But he does manage to get them a 1st and goal as he's knocked out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 2 for the Bulldogs. Hand off to Cameron Jordan into the end zone. Touchdown, Edgerton. Cameron Jordan, not much doubt about it. He's hard to stop when they only need to pick up 2-3 yards. Jordan powers his way into the end zone. And once again, the lead goes to the Edgerton Bulldogs, 27-21. The Aces led one time in the game very early on, 7-0. After that, it's always been the Bulldogs scoring and the Aces playing catch-up. Kick is up and good. So again, a 7-point lead for the Edgerton Bulldogs over the Hicksville Aces, 28-21. Hicksville ready to get the ball back. 2:16 left to go in quarter number 3. And again, the Aces will get the ball, needing to be able to score a touchdown to tie it up and get back into the game. Tunis back deep, along with Greer and Thiel. But so far, they've been kicking the low liners. And more of the same. Caught by Landon. He'll hand it off to Parker Thiel. Thiel breaks through. Thiel with an open field in front of him. Thiel with one man to beat. He rockets by him. Parker Thiel into the end zone. Second run back of the night on a kickoff. No flags on the field. So Parker Thiel gets the ball from Braden Langham on the reverse after Langham gets the kick. And Thiel scampers about 75 yards down into the end zone. So Victor Coate back to make it a tie game. Two run backs for touchdowns off of kickoffs tonight. Coate, boom. Not only did he split the upright, he didn't bounce it off the roof of the he kicked it over the roof of the field house. So Victor Coate, like I said, a lot of times you see him bounce it off the field house roof after they split the uprights. That one's going to land in the parking lot on the other side somewhere because it went clean over the top of the roof. So we're back at a tie game, 28-all. 2:03 to go. And this one looks like, I don't know, it may come down to whoever's got the football last with just a minute or so left in the fourth quarter. We'll see how it goes. They'll tee it up at the 40-yard line. Hunter Prince, Braden Cape back deep for the Edgerton Bulldogs. Travian Tunis scooped up at the 36-yard line and brought down at about the 44. It looked like that was number 7, Colin Gary, that got the ball. So Gary gets him out to the 44-yard line. And we're going to have another official timeout for hydration with 1:56 left in the third quarter. They've been stopping the game every so often, the officials have, just to make sure the players on both sides are able to get some water. And the officials have been getting some water themselves. Gives you an idea of just how extremely muggy it is here tonight. It's not brutally hot, but it is very, very sticky, very, very humid. We're kind of missing that crisp fall weather we had for week 1 through 4. Minute 56 left to go in the third quarter when action resumes. And again, it'll be the Edgerton Bulldogs with the ball 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Clayton Flegel, handoff. Cameron Jordan, nothing doing. I think that's about the first time this half and only about the second or third time of the evening that the Aces have really been able to contain number 26 and bring him down for no gain. They're going to give him a yard. Going to give him to the 45, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Now to Prince, and Prince is going to pick up about 3. Looks like they're marking him down at about the 48-yard line. So that'll make it 3rd and 7. And Flegel hands off again, and this time Cameron Jordan is brought up about a yard shy. 4th and 1 from the Aces 47-yard line, and they're not even hesitating. They're going right into formation, and the Aces better be ready because here it comes. And right through the hole in the middle of the line, like so many times tonight, goes Cameron Jordan down to the 41-yard line for a first down for the Edgerton Bulldogs. And they're in the hurry up now, so the Aces are going to have to be quick. Flegel again, and I think that was Cape, number 12, with the carry that time. Nope, number 34. Greg Roth. So Roth gets the carry, and Roth gets him a yard, 2nd and 9. And that's the end of the third quarter. One thing you can say about the Edgerton Bulldogs, their running game keeps the clock running. And, well, that brings us to the end of 3. We're tied 28-28 here at Aces Field with 12 minutes of football remaining in regulation. And as we get ready to get the fourth quarter underway, we want to say another big thank you to our football broadcast underwriter, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. As we always say, if you're in the market for a vehicle, whether you want one that's brand spanking new or pre-owned, be it a car, truck, van, or SUV, stop by, check out the great selection they have on the lots at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships and the Jim Schmidt truck lot as well. And don't forget, too, that both the dealerships have terrific maintenance departments, whether you just need the basic maintenance, oil change, tire rotation, or major work done on your vehicle. They can handle the job at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. You can find out everything you need to know about the dealerships, plus check out their complete inventory online anytime, anywhere, as long as you've got the internet at jimschmidtauto.com. So proud and glad to have them once again as our football broadcast underwriters for the 2017 football season. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Flegel takes a snap, hands it off to Prince. Prince powers down to about 35-yard line to make it 3rd down and about 4. So Prince makes it a 3rd and 4, and the Bulldogs down to the Aces' 35-yard line. Looking to retake the lead here in the fourth quarter. 11 minutes, 30 seconds, clock running. That's a handoff to number 12. Turns the corner, and it should be good enough for the first down from our standpoint. Cape should move the chains. Kind of a big wipeout over on the far sidelines. They took out the down marker. A couple guys standing at the sideline. Everybody went scattered on that one. And sure enough, he gets the yardage and moves the chains, and it's another first down for the Edgerton Bulldogs as they get down to the Aces 30-yard line. So here's Flegel. Prince in the backfield with him. Flegel's going to hang on to it himself, and he's going to head down towards the 25-yard line. He'll get brought down at about the 27. So gain of 3, make it 2nd and 7. Flegel dropping back, looking to throw, changes his mind, tucks it under. Flegel still on his feet, he's in trouble, and they're going to get him for the first time tonight. Back at the 35-yard line, Zach Brickle gets the sack. That's the first time that they've taken down Flegel in the backfield. They're going to say at the 34-yard line to make it 3rd and about 14. So 3rd and really long for the Bulldogs. The longest 3rd down they've had to deal with tonight. Flegel puts a man in motion. Hands off to Cape. Now Cape's going to throw. And all kinds of flags. So that's going to be against the Aces for pass interference. Intended receiver was number 3, Logan Sack. Said Flegel handed off to Cape, and then Cape threw it in Sack's direction, and I think that he got kind of assaulted by a couple of Aces before he had a chance to be able to catch the ball. So that'll be pass interference against the Aces. That'll mark off 10 and give them an automatic first down. Nope, I take that back. It'll still be 3rd and 3, even with the 10 yards. So it's not the big one. Not the 15-yard automatic first down type. 10 yards to make it 3rd and 3. So they're back in the range of their big running back, and they hand it to big number 26. And he takes it inside the 25-yard line down to about the 24 to move the chains. And they keep it on the ground. They keep grinding it out. They keep moving down the field, and they keep the clock running, and they keep leaving the Bulldogs less and less time to be able to catch up. Aces really need to get a stop, and they need to flip the scoring around and to get ahead by a score. Flegel going to hang on to it himself. Flegel, little shake and bake move, and he gets down near the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll say he got stopped at about the 11. So at the 11-yard line, it's 2nd and a long one for the Bulldogs. About a yard and a half, really. Flegel. And I think he's going to get the first down, but not by much. .26 with the carry, Cameron Jordan. And we'll see where they mark the ball. It's right at the 10-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down. Hand off, and this time it's big number 34. Flags fly at the end of the play. Roth with the carry. Like I said, near the end of the play, I couldn't tell whether the flags flew before the whistle or as the whistle was being blown. And they're coming over to talk to Coach Smith, and they're indicating face mask. That's going to be against the Aces. So that moves it down half the distance. So that'll be first and goal from about the 4-yard line from the 3. So first and goal from the 3. Flegel's going to hang on to it himself, and he's going to be stopped. Ball pops loose. They're picking it up. And they're going to say it was already down. Credit Greer, though, for being right there and scooping the ball up and taking off down the field. So no gain on the play. Second and goal, still from the 3-yard line. Flegel all alone, puts a man in motion. Going to hang on to it himself again. Oh, touchdown. I'm not sure who he gave the ball to. I think Hunter Prince wound up with it, number 21. (34-28) now, as the Edgerton Bulldogs retake the lead. Kick is up and good. That'll make it 35. Well, they've got the score backed up on backwards. It should be 35-28. There they go. They're putting the guest. They went too far. The score should be 35 for Edgerton and 28 for Hicksville. I've got the guests right. Now they got to work on the home score. There we go. 28. All right, now we got it. 35-28. With a point after kicker for the Bulldogs, 7 for 7 tonight. It should be 5 for 5. I can multiply. As the Aces will get ready to get the ball back. Like I said, if the Aces want to win this game, they're going to have to score to tie it up, but then they need to stop the Edgerton Bulldogs and get the ball back and be able to get another score to go up by some points. Right now they're playing catch up, and that's not where they want to be. On the ground, rolling around, and they're going to just fall on it at about the 37, 38-yard line. Brant Balzer falling on the football. So the Aces are going to need to go 63 yards into the end zone to tie this game up. I suppose if they got into the end zone and they didn't have a lot of time left, and they went for 2 and made it, they could maybe snatch away a 1-point win. Greer dropping back. Ball in the air. Knocked away at the last minute. Incomplete. Logan Sanderson, the intended receiver. And give credit, Nolan Swank, number 8 for the Edgerton Bulldogs, was the one who crept up behind him and just swatted it away at the last minute. Great defensive play. Greer resets the offense. 2nd and 10 now. 7:27 left in the fourth quarter. Greer with the snap and another quick throw caught by Tunis. Tunis, nice move to evade one. Tunis, stiff arm. He's going to go down about the 21-yard line. Peyton Tunis stepping up when the Aces need it the most. A nice catch and run. What a great move that made the difference between being taken down for about a 3 or 4 yard gain and picking up a first down all the way at the 21-yard line of the Edgerton Bulldogs. Greer and company. Here we go. Handoff, carrying it up the middle. Zach Brickle. Brickle inside the 20. To about the 18-yard line. Greer again puts the ball in the air, and it's just out of the reach of Parker Thiel, just about 2 feet ahead of him. That'll make it 3rd and 7. Jake Greer work out of the shotgun, facing a 3rd and 7. Hand off to Tunis on the reverse. Tunis cuts up field, nothing doing. That's going to bring up 4th down. Tunis couldn't evade the Edgerton defender that time. And gets brought down for basically no gain. It'll be 4th and 7. Aces down by a touchdown. Another do-or-die 4th down for Hicksville. They need to get down to about the 10-11-yard line to move the chains. Greer under pressure. Greer in trouble, and Greer is going to go down at the 15-yard line, and they'll turn it over on downs. The last thing that the Aces needed to have happen there. Good coverage. Greer just was not able to find anybody to throw the ball to. He took off running, and they had good pursuit as they have all night. They take him down at the 15-yard line, and that's going to be a little bit short, so they'll turn it over on downs. Like I said, they needed to get down to about the 11-yard line, so 5 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock in regulation. Edgerton with the football. A lot of field to work with and an opportunity for them to grind it out on the ground and burn a lot of clock as they're up by 7. Handoff around the corner, flag in the backfield. Cape, the carrier, on the play, I believe. .539, and that's going to be a hold against the Edgerton Bulldogs. That'll back them up 10. It'll stay first down. And they're going to say the hold at about the original line of scrimmage, so that should bring up first down. It looks to be like about 16, 17 yards. So Flegel again will hand it off to his big backs. Powering forward across the 10-yard line. Getting back some of it. They'll put the ball right at the 10-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 3. Make it 2nd and about, looks to be about 15, 16 yards. 5 minutes and the clock running. Second and long for the Edgerton Bulldogs. A couple go out wide on the near side towards us, and a whistle, and timeout Edgerton. So Edgerton uses their first timeout of the second half, facing a second and very long from their own 10-yard line. 4:49 left in the contest, and the Aces down by 7. Said they need to stop the Bulldogs. They need to get the ball back and score a touchdown. Then they need to stop the Bulldogs again and get the ball back somehow, whether it be a fumble, an interception, or just a quick 3 and out for Edgerton to be able to go up. I said either that, or if they were able to hold Edgerton and not let them score here and get the ball back, and they were able to march it down the field and score a touchdown with not too much time remaining, they could always go for 2 and try to win it by a single point. But so we'll wait and see. That'll be Coach Lucas Smith's problem if they are able to put the stop on and get into the end zone. That's what they need to do. First things first, as the Aces need to put on the defensive stop here on Edgerton. Handoff up the middle, and again the Aces are there to stop him after a short gain. Pick up a couple more, and it'll bring up third and about 12. So here we go, 3rd and 12, and here's where the Aces need to get a stop and just allow a minimal gain here to kind of force Edgerton to punt. Flegel takes the snap. He's going to go to the air. He's being chased. Flegel gets away from one. A nice block to save him from another. And they get him down at about the, looks like about the line of scrimmage, about the 13-yard line to make it 4th and 12. So it wasn't pretty, but the Aces did exactly what they needed to do, which was stop them deep enough in their own territory and with a far enough distance to go on 4th down that they're not going to try for it. They're going to have to punt it away. So Tunis and Camaso back deep. And we'll see what they do with the punt, because it's, when it comes to the punting game, it's been kind of up and down for the Bulldogs tonight. Snap. Punt is up. And caught by Peyton Tunis. Tunis, nothing doing. They wrap him up and take him down at about the 45-yard line. No return. And there's a flag on the play, so we'll see what happens. As it stands right now, Peyton Tunis made the grab and got taken to the turf almost immediately. They're marking him down at the 43-yard line right now. And it's against the Aces. So that really hurts. 3:13. And I think the second face mask call against the Aces. And that's the 15-yard variety. So that's going to move the Aces all the way back to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, 3:13 to go, down by 7, 35-28. So here we go. The Aces know exactly what they need to do. They need to move the football. They need to get first downs. They need to score a touchdown. Handoff to Camaso. Camaso with a nice stiff arm. Camaso stays in bounds and is brought down at the 36-yard line. 3:01, but the clock will keep running. Aces have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. the Bulldogs can stop the clock twice. Aces in the hurry up. Shouldn't phase the Bulldogs. They run a hurry up themselves. Greer, the quarterback keeper, nothing doing. Greer might have got a couple yards to about the 39-yard line, but that'll be enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10, Hicksville. 2.5 minutes left in regulation. Aces down by 7. Greer hangs on to it himself. Greer at the 50-yard line. Greer heading for the sideline, steps out of bounds at the 40. That'll be good enough for a first down. I think they're going to say that he actually stepped out at about, well, we'll see. I thought it was the 40-yard line, but they're standing at the 41. Greer gets out of bounds, stops the clock, 2:18, and gets them another first down. So heads-up play from Jake Greer as the Aces draw a little bit closer. Greer again, spinning down to the 36. Pickup of about 4 or 5 yards. They don't take a lot of time, and Greer's ready to go again. Dropping back, looking to throw. Caught across the middle. Getting down to about the 22, 23-yard line. Braden Langham makes the grab and gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 1:40. We'll see where they officially mark the ball. Looks like it's going to be at about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Hicksville. 1:40. Aces deflected at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Greer was lucky on that one. There were a couple of Edgerton Bulldogs heading full speed towards that tipped ball, but it hits the turf. And we've got an injury timeout, as I think it's Comiso who's on the turf. And it looks like we've got another cramp or a Charlie horse. So, Aces with the ball. They're down by 7. The Edgerton Bulldogs leading 35-28. 1:37 left in the contest. And with the ball at the 23-yard line, all of a sudden my score a touchdown and maybe go for the win with a 2-point conversion maybe isn't seeming so crazy or fantastical after all. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Still got 23 yards to go. Again, 1:37. Comiso up. He'll have to come off and sit out for at least one play. Aces getting suited up. Got to have a nice little breather. Again, some hydration for both the teams. And we'll get ready to get back into action. 2nd and 10, Hicksville from the Edgerton 23-yard line. They call the play from the sideline. Rickle, the lone back behind Greer. Greer rolling out. Greer hanging on to it. Greer being run roughshod. But I think he got forward progress inside the 20 to about the 18. So that'll be about a 4-yard pickup for Jake Greer. 3rd and 6. Clock running. 1:07. Greer. Caught. And that'll be good enough for a first down. So the Aces get the first down. Move the chains. That'll stop the clock at least for a little bit. 59 seconds. And again, they're holding it a little bit because they're getting a new football. They'll set the football and start the clock. Greer dropping back, rolling out, puts the ball in the air, caught in the end zone. Touchdown Aces. What a catch by Braden Langham. Langham cutting across and making the grab. Had a defender right there, but he hung on to the ball. And with 44 seconds left in the game, the Aces are within a point. It's Edgerton 35, Hicksville 34. So what are they going to do? Are they going to go for two in the win? It looks like that's what they're going to do. So here we go. Greer, the two-point conversion, Jake, and whistles blown. And there's a flag on the field. And it's against the Bulldogs. So the Aces get another crack at it, and they'll get it a little bit closer. So now the Aces get the ball at the 1 yard line. They're taking a timeout to talk about it. If they can get in the two-point conversion, they'll take the lead 36-35, and Edgerton will only have, after the kick, probably about 40 seconds, give or take, to work with in regulation. They'll have two timeouts, so that 40 seconds might take a good long time. But we'll see. And what are the Aces going to do? You'd think that they would be handing the ball to Mason Comiso, or on the quarterback keeper, they would just try to power it right down the throat. But we'll see what happens. That's why they pay Lucas Smith to be the coach and not me. So here come the Aces. And they do not have Comiso in there, but they've got number 26, Brickle. So from 1 yard out, the two-point conversion, and he makes it. Greer makes it into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good. And the Aces take the lead 36-35. Holy cow, what a great play. Jake Greer coming through in the clutch and getting the job done. Powering it in from 1 yard out to give the Aces a 1-point lead. They got to give the ball back to the Bulldogs, and Edgerton is going to have two timeouts. 44 seconds on the clock right now. And so what are the Aces going to do on the kickoff? Are they going to let Victor Coate unload and see if they can kick it as far down the field as possible and risk the run back? Or will they go for the squib kick, the onside? Maybe roll the dice on a fumble recovery? Or at least bottle them up, take some time off the clock. Here we go. And what's going to be, I think, pretty much guaranteed intense 44 seconds here of college football. Travian Tunis tees it up. He's back there along with Victor Coate. So let's see what they're going to do. Here comes Tunis. And Tunis going to hop it down. It's going to get scooped up at about the 20-yard line. Brought down at the 37. Returned by, I think it was Jordan. Nope, I take that back. That was Prince with the return. That takes 6 seconds off the clock. So there's 38 seconds left in regulation. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Edgerton Bulldogs. We should point out, too, that Edgerton has a kid that's got a pretty good leg who might be able to kick the field goal. Flegel off to the races. Bang, he's hit hard. They're going to hold him in bounds, and they're going to take him down at about the 39, maybe the 40-yard line on forward progress. And they haven't stopped the clock. Now they do. I thought that they would stop it immediately when they blew the whistle, but they let about 4 seconds burn off. So when they blew that play dead, there was 26 seconds on the clock, but they didn't call the timeout until there were 22 seconds remaining. So 4 seconds slip away there. It'll be 2nd and 8 after the 2-yard gain. As the Aces look to hold on here, they lost one by 1 point in week number 2. It'd be kind of sweet to be able to take one home by a single point. One timeout remaining for the Edgerton Bulldogs. We should point that out as well. Oh, and they're going to say that they did call the timeout, and they want to reset the clock for 28 seconds. Okay, I was wondering about that. Ball snapped. Flegel rolling out, looking downfield. Ball in the air. Caught. Down. Not out of bounds at the 44-yard line of the Aces. They stopped the clock long enough to move the chains. And it starts up again. Flegel dropping back again, looking downfield. Ball in the air, that's going to be intercepted. Peyton Tunis makes the interception, and he wisely just goes down and takes a knee. Tunis thought about running it back, then he realized the situation he was in, and give him credit. He takes a knee, and then one of the Edgerton players loses his temper, picks up the ball, and spikes it in front of a referee, and they throw the flag. So, 8 seconds left, and I'm going to guess that it's going to be time to get the victory formation, take a knee. That'll be a technical foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Edgerton Bulldogs. That'll give the Aces a little breathing room, so when they take their knee to win the game, they won't have to do it on their own 2 or 3 yard line. The ball will be placed at the 22-yard line. Make that the 21-yard line. 8 seconds. The Bulldogs can stop the clock one time, but it won't matter. Even if they do, there's no point, because it'll just make it 2nd down, and they'll take a knee again, and that'll be it. What a tremendous win for the Aces here tonight. Greer takes the snap, takes the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's all over. And the Aces win against the Edgerton Bulldogs in one of the most thrilling games that we have seen here at Aces Field in a while. Back and forth. And it comes down to, I was just speculating just off the top of my head that the Aces might be able to score a touchdown and then a 2-point conversion to go ahead. And if they could do it with very little time left on the clock, they might snatch a win. And it turns out that's exactly what transpired. So the Aces, and I mean, give credit where credit is due. This was a hard-fought game, and this is a good Edgerton football team. And I don't envy any defensive linemen who have to face up against their two big running backs for 4 quarters of football like they did tonight. A very good football game, but the Aces hand them their first loss tonight and come away with the win. And again, Jake Greer, you cannot say enough for the young man, keeping his cool and talk about powering it in for that 2-point conversion to give him a lead when it really counted the most. He was there. And also, great games tonight. Tremendous performances, again, by Peyton Tunis with a long run back, and by Parker Thiel, Comiso. Just a great team effort all around as the Aces increase their record now to 3-2 overall. They're undefeated 2-0 in the Green Meadows Conference. With the loss, the Edgerton Bulldogs fall to 4 wins and 1 loss. And they are now 1-1 in the GMC. Oh, and what an exciting and a tremendous game here at Aces Field tonight. Just a fun game to call for you this evening. Well, the Aces on the road for the next 2 weeks. They'll be traveling to the reservation next Friday, where they'll be hosted by the Fairview Apaches. And then after that, it's Ram Country as they're on the road at Tenora. Then the Aces return home on homecoming weekend. They'll be back here at Aces Field hosting the Antwerp Archers. Then they're on the road to the Wayne Trace Raiders for week number 9, and they finish it up here at home against the Ayersville Pilots. So a lot of great football in the GMC yet to come. And we'll have it all for you right here on Hicksville Community Television. So with that, as we wrap things up, again, a big thank you to Misters Hott and Overmeyer, the athletic directors here, always making us feel very welcome. Always a real pleasure to be here at home broadcasting from Aces Field. Thanks also, once again, to our tremendous football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and, of course, online at jimschmidtauto.com. And with that, ready to rest my vocal cords and do a little more hydrating here. It's been a hot and sultry night, but a great night as Aces come away again with a huge Green Meadows Conference win here in week number 5. Final score once again tonight from Aces Field. It's the Hicksville Aces 36 and the Edgerton Bulldogs 35. For Amy Murphy on the camera, I'm Bill Murphy for Hicksville Community Television, wishing you good night and good sports.